All right, team. Welcome. Today, we're going to dive into something that's absolutely crucial for all of us, AI security. Look, AI is an amazing tool, no doubt about it. But using it smartly and safely, well, that's the real key to protecting our work, our data, and most importantly, our clients. So let's get into it. So let's just get right to it with the big question. Is the AI you're using a security risk? The short answer? Yeah, it absolutely can be. But, and this is the important part, the good news is that with just a few key habits, you can turn that risk into a powerful, well-managed asset for our business. Let me show you how. You know, while AI brings all these incredible benefits to the table, it also kind of opens up some new doors for things to go wrong. And what does that actually mean for us? Well, we're talking about things like accidental data leaks if you're not super careful, or even falling for some really sophisticated scams that are powered by the exact same tech we're trying to use for good. So the real question is, how do you protect yourself? How do we protect the company? Honestly, it really just boils down to three core defenses. I want you to think of these as the absolute bedrock of your AI security strategy: critical awareness, security measures, and scam spotting. Let's break down what each of these actually means for you day to day.
Okay, first up, critical awareness. The best way to think of this is like this. AI is like a brilliant, but sometimes kind of unreliable intern, right? You would never let an intern sign off on a massive project without double-checking their work, would you? Of course not. It's the exact same thing with AI. It's here to assist our judgment, not replace it. You have to always question and verify. It's your number one, most important line of defense. All right, next up are the practical security measures. This is where the rubber meets the road. It's all about what you actually do. Every single time you paste information into an AI, you need to stop and ask yourself, is this data sensitive? Because putting confidential client info into a public unsecure tool, that's basically like leaving a client file on a park bench for anyone to find. This is how we build the digital walls to protect our information.
And our third defense is a big one: scam spotting. You guys, scammers are now using AI to write phishing emails that are, well, they're perfect. The grammar is flawless, they're incredibly persuasive, and they are so much harder to spot than the old ones. This is all about training your eye and your gut to spot the new red flags, things like emotional pressure tactics or weird requests hidden inside a message that looks totally legit.
So let's tie all those ideas to some real, concrete actions. This is your new toolkit. It includes stuff like practicing critical awareness by always asking an AI for its sources. It means using security measures like never sharing sensitive data. And it means spotting scams by always being wary of those pressure tactics. These are your new go-to habits for using AI safely. All right, enough with the theory, right? Theory is great, but let's see what these threats actually look like out in the wild. Moving from just concepts to real examples is what makes these risks feel tangible. It shows you exactly what you need to be looking out for in your inbox every single day. Okay, check this out. This is a perfect example of a modern phishing attempt. The bait is this beautifully written email from your bank. In fact, that flawless grammar is a huge clue that it might be AI generated. But the trap? Oh, it's a classic. They create urgent pressure and ask for confidential info. This right here is the new face of phishing. It's an old-school scam wrapped up in some very sophisticated AI. Now here's a risk that doesn't come from a scammer, but from right here, inside. We've all been there, right? You're in a hurry, you want to be efficient, so a team member pastes a confidential client contract into a public AI chatbot to get a quick summary. They get a great summary, but they've also just uploaded that private data to a totally unsecured platform. It is such a critical mistake, so please remember, public AI tools are not private workspaces. Okay, we've seen the risks, we've talked about the defenses. Now let's pull all of this together into a super simple framework that you can use every single time you use AI. I call it the 4-step secure AI check.
Here is your action plan. It's simple. Step 1, you verify everything. Ask for sources, check the facts. Step 2, you protect your data. That means never putting sensitive info into public tools. Step 3, you scrutinize every interaction for scams or even hidden bias. And finally, Step 4, you maintain good digital hygiene by using trusted, secure platforms. That's it. Verify, protect, scrutinize, maintain.
Now it's time to put all this into practice. Seriously, the best way to build these security muscles is to actually use them. So let's run through a quick little drill together and we'll see how well you can spot a potential threat. All right, I want you to imagine this just landed in your inbox. It says, "Dear valued customer, Urgent action required. Your account has been compromised. Click this link immediately to re-authenticate and avoid service suspension. This is a final warning.
Okay, take a second. Really look at it. Based on everything we just covered, what is just jumping out at you? What's screaming scam to you in that message?
If you pointed out these phrases, you absolutely nailed it. Urgent action required. Account has been compromised. Click immediately. Final warning. These are all textbook pressure tactics. They're designed to make you panic and act before you have a chance to think. This is exactly the kind of sophisticated AI-enhanced bait we have to be watching for. Great job.
So, let's wrap this all up. If you walk away with anything today, please let it be this. Your critical thinking is always your first and best line of defense. AI is an incredibly powerful tool, but it demands human vigilance. So make these 3 actions a habit. Always verify information, always secure your data, and always scrutinize for scams.
And I'll leave you with this one last thought. AI is the tool. You are the strategist. By using these principles, you make sure that you are the one in control, using AI to do amazing work while keeping our company, our data, and our clients completely secure. All right, that's it from me. Stay sharp out there.